Alright, hey, it's Mickey here, and so I just got back from riding Sierra Road, and I did a range test, and I ran the battery dead, alright? The battery just didn't want to go anymore, alright? No power at all, alright? It didn't come to life until I plugged the charger in, okay? So now is a good time, alright? It's been on for about 2-3 minutes, so we'll add about 2-3 minutes to this, alright? But we're gonna test how long it takes to charge this thing when it's fully drained, okay? I've got it on on this charger, alright, this variable rate charger. I don't know if this is an EBMX charger, but it's very similar to the Lightspeed Bikes charger, and it can charge at 12 amps, okay? So 10 to 12 amps, somewhere around that area. It changes, you know, throughout the charge cycles type of thing, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna leave it on, and then we're gonna see how long it takes to fully charge this bad boy, okay? That's what I'm wondering, alright? At full power, 12 amps, alright? So you may want to make sure there's nothing else plugged into that outlet, alright? Alright, as we go. Okay, right now you can see we're at 67 volts right now, alright? I think it was like 63 volts when we first started. It sure is creeping up fast, but I imagine once it gets to about 70 volts, it's going to stay at 70 volts for a long time, okay? That's the way. You'd have to kind of look at the chart for how the voltage or how the charge the charge curve is, okay? A lot of batteries, all right, especially lithium-ion batteries, they have a lot. It's a flat curve, all right? It's flat until it runs out of power, and it just kind of nosedives, all right? That's what happened to me when I was riding, okay? It seemed like it was running fine, and suddenly poof, no more. All right, no, not much of a warning, all right? So you got to be careful. Okay, and then so when it gets to that flat line, it'll suddenly go up, all right, and that's when your battery fully charges, okay? That's when you're about like 90%, okay? So, and that's when the charge starts going down a little bit, okay? But yeah, you'll see I've got it set to 12 volts, okay? 12 amps. Okay. All right, so I will be keeping an eye on it. I can tell. I can look at the my inverter. It's hooked up to my solar inverter right now. I can tell if the load drops suddenly, all right, because this eats up about 1500 watts, all right? So we'll see how long it takes to charge this battery. My guess, so from what I heard, it takes 3.5 hours to charge it, okay? So we'll see. We'll charge it back up to 100. Okay, see you guys then. Okay, like 17, let's call that 20 minutes into the charge, okay? 20 minutes, we add like 3 minutes. So I want to feel the cord, all right? So the problem I had with my Lightspeed Bikes charger is that this thing would get too hot. The cord would get too hot, all right? So the cord is thicker on this. This is a very thick cord. It's like a 14 gauge cord. However, the connector gets pretty warm, all right? I can feel my extension cord getting warm here, okay? This is a pretty heavy duty extension. This is a 14 gauge extension cord, all right? So it shouldn't be getting hot. That's what I say, all right? But it's not like super duper hot where I think it's going to catch on fire, so I think it's okay, all right? The Lightspeed Bikes charger would get really hot. Like the whole cord and the plug would get hot, all right? Everything would get hot. I would have to put a fan on it, you know, to cool it down, all right? This one, no problem, all right? The cord is adequate, all right, for this charger. And I know you can get these chargers from Grit Shift, okay? And this is like a $200 charger, guys. Pretty expensive. So we will note how hot the charger gets maybe after like an hour or so, okay? Like I said, I think this is going to take like 3.5 hours to charge, all right? So that's what they quoted at, all right? They say that it takes about 3.5 hours to charge. We'll find out. It was completely dead when I plugged it in, okay? All right. All right, it's still plugging away, guys. 2 hours and 33 minutes, all right? Still charging. All right, it's about 78 volts. That's like, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, 78 volts. What is that? It's like 80% or something. Yeah, somewhere around 80% charge right now. All right, so still got some ways to go. All right. Okay, so actually we're supposed to add 3 minutes to that, so it's 2 hours and 36 minutes right now. Okay, so to get to about 75% is 75-80% is like 2.5 hours. Okay, guys. Okay, keep on plugging. So this is like a This is the part of the charge curve that takes the longest, guys. This is where it absorbs all the energy, okay? So, all right. Also, I want to do a quick report on the cable. All right. The wire, not really warm at all. All right. Plug is pretty hot. Yeah, the plug is hot, man. The cord is starting to get hot. The extension cord. Well, the farther you get away from the plug, it starts to, yeah. You know, I think the plug is like the kind of limiting factor here. The plug gets really hot, man. Maybe this plug is not supposed to be used for how much current are we pulling right now? Let me see. Okay, I've got this hooked up to my inverter right now, and I'm not pulling any other loads. So right now we're pulling about 1,000 watts. That should be perfectly fine for 120 volt outlet, American 124 volt outlet. 120 volt outlet can do like 1,500 watts, guys. Fine, all right. So there should be no reason it's getting that hot, all right. But it seems okay, all right. It's not getting like super dupery hot, all right. Is what I'm gonna say. So yeah, maybe it'd be better to plug it straight into the outlet. But the wiring is not getting hot at all. All right, the wiring is perfectly fine. All right, the only reason this wire is warm is because the plug is getting warm and that heat is transferring to the wire, yeah? Okay, so it seems like the wiring is good, but the plug is generating a lot of heat, okay? So, and I'm using a very good wiring. I got it hooked up to a 14 gauge extension cord, all right? That's a very high quality extension cord, okay? But yeah, you shouldn't use an extension cord with this, guys. You should plug it straight into the outlet, but it's just easier for me, okay? But anyway, it seems like I've had it on for 2 hours, and it's not super dupery hot, so it's fine, okay? All right. Okay, if you're wondering if the battery's getting any warm at all, it's not, guys, all right? It's a little bit warm, teeny tiny bit warm, but it's perfectly fine. This 42 amp hour battery, you can safely charge it at like 42 amps, guys. So that's 1C. You could safely probably charge it at like 80 amps, okay? So the battery can definitely handle this, okay? So it's only 12 amps. It's like not much. It's just sucking that power right in there, all right? It's like a sponge, all right? Okay, guys, 3 hours and 17 minutes, all right? 3 hours, 17 minutes, and we're at almost 82 volts. It says right there on the little gauge. Let me see what the charger says. Charger says 82 volts. 82 volts. So this thing is almost done charging, guys. All right. That's what I'm going to say. 82 volts. And it's pumping 11 amps into it, all right? And after 3 hours and 17 minutes, the cord is... It's warm. It's warm, but it's not hot, okay? Yeah, it's warm, but it's not. I think it's because I opened the garage and it's cool right now, so... yeah, definitely on a warm day you want to watch that, okay? Or just don't charge your battery at a high rate, okay? Like 12 amps. Just charge it at a lower rate and it will stay cooler, all right? The cord will stay cooler. I guarantee you that, okay? Okay, so yeah, we're just waiting for it to finish. Supposedly this battery takes 3.5 hours to charge, and we got like 10 minutes pretty much. All right, because remember we add extra 3 minutes. All right, guys, 3 hours 44 minutes plus 3. We'll just call that 3 hours 48 minutes. Okay, still charging. You could hear it, guys. This fan is hella noisy, man. We're at 83.8 volts, all right? We're nearly charged, all right? But it's still plugging away. Oh, there it goes. It's moving around a whole lot. I think it's almost done charging. All right, let's see what this says. This says we're at 84 volts. It's pretty much done charging. We can watch it finish charging right now, okay? So the charger should shut off real soon. It's at 84 volts. All right, this should start to get cooler, but it's still warm. Okay. It's cycling between 6 and 1 and 10 and 3. I never seen my charger do that before. All right, it's almost very similar to this charger. Okay, but it's doing some crazy stuff right now. It's nearly charged. Any minute now. I know, we really shouldn't watch it charge, guys. This is a bad idea. But it says it's 84 volts right now. It's almost 84 volts, yeah. I don't know what... I'm pretty sure that the battery will... I'm sure the battery, if it gets high enough, the battery will say, hey, no, I won't want any more. I'm going to disconnect. But... Oh, there we go. There you go. So it's trying to top it off a little bit, all right? It's at 83.9 volts. So I think what it's trying to do is lower the current down a little bit. Yeah, it's trying to lower the current so it can cram as much power in there as it can. I pretty much say that's fully charged right now, guys. It's still just shutting off and turning on. It's 83.9 now. Starting, stopping, starting, stopping. It's gonna stop eventually. It's trying to get as much power in there as it can. Alright, so my suggestion is don't charge it all the way, guys, if you're not gonna ride it right away, like the day before or something, you know. If your bike is gonna sit for more than like an hour, then don't charge it all the way. So it's better for the battery. But yeah, it's still plugging away. Keeps on saying it's charged and not charged. That is really weird. My charger never doesn't do this. It might do this a couple times and then it just stops, but this one is like kind of can't make up its mind if it's charged or not. It's trying to get it to 84 volts exactly, guys. You can hear it. So remember, when you get past like the 90% state of charge, like around 82 to 84 volts, it's going to start lowering the current down. Should we help it? Should I lower the current down? I don't really want to touch the charger. I haven't touched the charger at all, other than like to put it in, like to change the voltmeter. That is so odd, right? I want to look at the charge curve on the my inverter and see what it looks like. It's probably gonna have all these dips and stuff. It's trying to get it to 84 exactly, man. It's at 83.9. I don't know if that's good for the battery to just have it turn on and off like that all the time. Okay. Hey, I'm just gonna speed up the video until it's like done. So it's not a very intelligent charger, guys. I'm telling you. So my charger doesn't do this. I have one exactly like this. It looks just like this one, but it doesn't do this. It doesn't shut off and turn on to get it topped off. It actually lowers the current until, you know, until it gets to 84 volts, and then it shuts off right away. It doesn't do this charging, not charging, charging, not char it doesn't do that, guys. It's weird. I don't know what's up with this charger, man. But that's the one that Gotham gave me that came with this, so. And it's pretty much fully charged right now, guys. It's trying to top it off, but it's taking a long time. All right, I'll speed up the video. Okay, Hazemega's gonna see if I can keep it from doing this on and off charging thing. I'm just gonna lower the current down until it gets to a point where like it won't do this anymore. There we go. It's still doing it. Oh no, it's fully charged now. Should stay red. Okay. Oh no, I thought it was gonna. It can't decide if it wants to charge or not. It was thinking for a second, oh, I think it's charged. I think it's charged. Okay, that's it. I'm not waiting anymore. That's it. It's done, all right, guys. It says 84 volts. It's still playing this little thing. So what it's trying to do is lower the current just enough so, like, you know, this doesn't overcharge, all right? It's trying to get it at 84 exactly, all right? Even though it's at 84 volts right now, it should stop right away. Oh, see, so when you apply a current to it, the voltage will go up, all right? And then when you take the voltage, when you take the current out, the voltage starts to sag. So what it's trying to do is trying to keep it at 84 volts, all right? I think it's done, guys. Yeah, it's still trying to top it off, all right? But I'm going to say that's done, all right, guys? So it took 4 hours to charge this battery. Yeah, let's just call that 4 hours, guys. It's like 3 hours, 15. I know we're supposed to add 3 minutes, but let's just say that. Let's just call that 4 hours, okay? And I think it just stopped. There we go. It's not doing anything. So 4 hours. It took 4 hours to charge this bad boy with this charger at set to 12 amps, all right? That's about 1,000 watts or something, all right? 12 watts, okay? 4 hours to charge a EBMX 72 volt 42 amp hour battery. I think that's roughly 2.8 kilowatt hours, okay? So there you go. If you're wondering how long it takes to charge one of these monster batteries, it takes a while. It takes like 4 hours, okay? I think Lightspeed Bike's battery, I think it's around 3 hours, all right? So when it's fully empty, okay? But I'm going to call that it. It's still trying to charge it, but I'm going to shut it off, all right? You're done. You're done, bro. 4 hours, okay? All right, so yeah, if you wanted to know how long it takes to charge EBMX 72 volt 42 amp hour battery at 12 amps, it's 4 hours, guys, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Hey, Hazemeга out. All right, Hazemega here. If you guys want to see what the charge curve looks like on the when we were charging the EBMX battery, here it is, guys. So I believe it's this right here, okay? So it kind of goes up, all right, and it looks like it eats up about 1,000 or 1,100 watts, all right. Then it goes down a little bit. So like halfway, the power went down a little bit to 1,000. All right, so it's like charging at 1,100. Yeah, 1,100, and then it goes down to. Let me see, when did it start? It started at 520, and it went down at 1,900. So 2 hours. Yeah, so about 2 hours. About halfway through the charge. The current goes down a little bit, okay, guys, and then 1,000 watts, 1,000 watts, 1,000 watts. It kind of goes up and down a little bit, all right, and then the battery is fully charged, almost, and the curve starts to drop, all right. So at 8:30, it continues to drop until 9 almost. So it takes 30. That last 30 minutes, it starts tapering the charge off slowly. All right, so the interesting thing is, remember when the charger was turning on and off, You can't see that here, all right? So it was keeping it at a certain current, all right, until it was fully charged, and then boom there. And I think this 100 watts is probably the my refrigerator. Okay. Oh yeah, you know, I know. So this is all the combined loads in the garage. Probably I was running my refrigerator at the same time, so that the refrigerator eats about 100 watts. Okay, so you'll see this 1100 watts is probably really only 1000 watts. Okay, and this is probably 900 watts right here. Okay, and then it goes down, 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 down. Okay, and that's it. All right, and so what was this? Let's just say this is 5. Yeah, sorry, we started charging at 5 and it ended at 9. 5 to 9. 4 hours, guys. So there you go. Took about 4 hours to charge that battery. It's a long time. All right, thanks for watching. Guys, we out.